big fireball. More fire. More fire.
Yeah.
Yes, guys, right, here we go. This is the United Forever podcast, episode 3, 2020-2021 season predictions. I'm here with my cousin, who is called
Adam
Shagham, and I'm Sam Spanner. So, yes, mate, all right. I'm going to talk quickly about some flatulence. So I've made a mistake of having chickpea stew for lunch, followed by beans for dinner and a couple of cans of beer. So I'm feeling pretty bloated. What about you, mate?
I've been very protein based today, so that might be interesting later on. We'll see how that goes.
Oh, mate. Sticky.
Yeah. And what is your your beverage of the evening?
Oh, good old traditional Argos beer. Spanish little homebrew.
Sponsored by Argos.
That's the one, mate. So this is actually our second attempt at doing the recording for those that can be asked to listen, or if you're just a weirdo and you've happened to like weird shit like this.
Yeah,
So,
stumble across us.
So I've realised that our first recording fucked up because I was like switching between the apps. So this time, my cousin Adam's going to be the question man.
Yeah.
And then we're just going to ping pong things backwards and forwards apart from our balls. So if you got the list, let's begin, mate.
Yes, mate. I'll be the MC for the evening.
Quality.
Okay, so what position do you think United will finish come the end of the new season?
I reckon fourth, just because I think Liverpool and City are still ahead of us, and I think if City end up getting bloody messy, then we're still going to be further away from them. Yeah. And also, I think Chelsea are recruiting pretty well, pretty solidly, and if they manage to get a tighter defence, then they'll finish above us.
You think?
But there's a little condition. If we manage to get like a worldie like Sancho in the next 17 days, then things will change. I reckon probably second. What about you, mate?
I would say, well, I'm with you. Basically, whatever happens in the next 2 weeks will definitely depend on the final position of the season. Even though a ball hasn't been kicked yet, but I don't know, maybe third, fourth. Second would be nice, but I can't see Liverpool messing up, and as you say, Chelsea, they're recruiting left, right, and centre, and if City do end up with Messi, then that's just going to be a mess for the rest of the league because they would have ripped that up.
Totally. Fucking skid marks everywhere, mate.
Yeah, definitely. I think that will be a big problem. But I'm more confident this time around than I was this time last season. In regards to final position, I think with the third place finish of last season will set us in good stead for the upcoming 12 months.
Yes, mate.
And
silverware.
Yeah. So, in regards to cup competitions, how far do you think we will go in the 3 cups?
I think in the League Cup, we're just going to let maybe a couple of youth players get some matches. And even trying to think, I don't think we're going to take it that seriously now we're in the Champions League. So
I think
we'll probably just maybe get to the quarterfinals or something and not do too well.
Yeah.
What about you, mate? So
I think League Cup will be potentially a run out for someone like Lee Grant. I can't see Ollie using Hendo in the League Cup, if I'm honest.
Okay. And what about the Johnson's paint, whatever it's called, trophy?
How old are you?
No, I'm joking, mate.
Fucking
Then
hell.
we've got the FAR Cup,
The FAR
FA
Cup,
Cup,
yeah. FA
the
Cup,
fuck
well,
up.
yeah, the fuck up, yeah. I think FA Cup we could potentially go on to win it, but again, that all depends on injuries, and whether or not Pogba's going to be a knobhead, because I think he's going to be the key to our success this season.
Wow.
And that is a big prediction there, and a bit
Yes.
of an out there statement. But I think if he can withdraw his head out his ass from the end of last season, we may
Yeah.
well be onto something special.
Yeah. And we need to keep his fucking agent quiet as well.
Yes.
Sack the bastard.
Who is
And
his
what
agent?
about Mino Raiola,
Right,
the super agent prick?
super
So
knobhead.
what?
Yeah.
And what about the big one, the Champions League?
I think we will definitely get to the knockout stages.
Okay.
I think as long as we can qualify for the Champions League for the season after, I think this season needs to be a bit of a run-in for the lads, because some of them haven't had Champions League football, have they? If you think about it,
No.
like
Now.
players like Mason, he hasn't had anybody, hadn't had anybody, hasn't had any Champions League experience.
Yeah.
And Brandon Williams as well. He also was a rookie on that level. So I think, I don't know. I think you said in the last episode that, we could go on a good run.
Yeah. Now, my prediction of a good run is actually initially fucking up in the Champions League,
Right.
finishing third in the group,
Yep.
and getting a good run in the Europa League and winning the Europa League.
You heard it here first.
Because this time round, Seville will finish bottom of their group in the Champions League, and they ain't winning fuck all.
Yeah.
So they're not going to be it in the Europa League. So the Europa League's going to be for us, and then we'll win the Super Cup next summer.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. All right. Well, we'll come back to that, I think.
Next question, matey.
Yeah, I think we'll move on from that one.
Yeah.
Who do you think will be top goal scorer in the upcoming season?
Tony Marshall scores again. What about you,
Yeah.
mate? Yes.
Yeah, I think Tony will definitely be up there. I think Mason might surprise us.
Wow.
I think he will definitely capitalise on his goals that he scored this season. He will score.
Yeah.
He will go into the 20s next season, I think.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, mate, hold the phone.
yeah.
Hold the phone,
line.
mate. Fucking hell. I've got like some kind of, I don't know if it's a chickpea that's going to fire out. I hope not. But oh, mate, that was so disappointing. That was just like a fucking little chick hatching out of an egg. Hopefully the head. I don't know, mate. I was concentrating too hard. So I beg your pardon. You're talking about Mason
let it flow,
stealing the show.
Yeah, potentially will steal the show. I think Rashford. I don't know. What do you think about Rashford? Do you think he'll be able to capitalise on what he did this season, or is he going to dip?
I do. No, I think that Rashford, if he gets some serious backup,
Yep,
and he can rest. I mean, look, think about Rio Ferdinand.
Yep.
His like successful years, he was just being rested midweek. Or sorry, at the weekend playing in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Or he'd set out the weaker match, the easier match, and then he'd play the most important match.
Yeah.
So it's all about nurturing him in the right way, because if not, he's just going to break his back again.
Yeah. Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, that was a good.
I mean, when it comes to assists, I think that it's a no-brainer, mate. Who do you reckon it'll be?
Assists. It's going to be Bruno, isn't it? Fernandes. He's going to be
Of
the.
course.
He will definitely be pinging them in the ball through, and this is what they've got to work on. Is making sure that the front three are on the same page as Bruno, because what I noticed in his games last season, he was a paragraph or two ahead of everybody. So he was putting balls
Oh, yeah,
through,
without a doubt.
and people weren't quite up to speed. They were kind of getting an idea of what he was trying to achieve, but they weren't quite at the races, so to speak. Whether or not that was fatigue, I don't know, but I think definitely that's something that they will be working on now, I think.
That's right. So,
yes. Right. Okay. So, do you think we will sign anyone else? Bearing in mind the last episode, we were very concerned that we weren't going to sign anybody.
I
Obviously,
think, right,
today we finalised the Donny Van der Beek, is it?
yeah, bake a cake.
Van der Berg.
Van der Berg. Fucking hell, Patrick Berger.
Old school.
I don't know. I said that to Reds. Sorry, hold on. I hope my phone's not going on standby. No, it's not.
No, you're back in the room.
Now, right, I've just heard something from old matey boy Stephen Howson say something pretty ridiculous. He's got a wild theory, right, that we will sign Sancho, but what United are doing is just waiting for more and more media interactions within all of the different platforms before we sign him. Because basically that will make him more marketable.
Okay.
And that'll mean more more shirt sales.
Right. So basically what you're saying is Woodworm is willing to spend the 110 million, but he's just being a penis and wanting to market him more. So he's making it out like Dortmund are playing hardball, but in actual fact they probably agreed with it unofficially. And
that's the one.
Right. Okay. That kind of makes that pretty much would. Well, that says it all about.
So basically, Woodworm and Zorc over at Dortmund, they've had an affair, but they're just keeping it a secret at the minute.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
So basically, that's happened. So I think there is a chance. Now I'm going to give it a rating out of 10.
Yeah.
Just a general rating for another signing. I'm going to say a 9 out of 10.
What for Sancho?
No, just for a signing. Okay. Will we sign someone else? A 9 out of 10.
Who was that defender we were linked with?
Yeah, we've got Dayot Upamecano from Leipzig, Red Bull. So 21 beast, got to the Champions League semi-finals. Proper hot property, and he's just recently renewed his contract, right?
Yep.
And he's got a release clause that is activated next year for 42.5 million or something.
Okay.
So I think if we go in with a cheeky bid of 43.5 million, then maybe they'll accept that now.
Yeah. Potentially, because he does seem a solid lad, really. It was Paul. Was it Paul Scholes who brought him to the attention of Ollie?
Probably.
From what I can, I swear I read that in the English press, but I don't really take much notice of them because they're mostly bellends. But it is what it is.
And they did take the piss out of Tony Marshall. So
yes, exactly. On hang on, I've lost my page. That's good.
Page 3.
Page 3. Yeah. So obviously, in regards to us signing, do you think anyone will be sold or loaned out?
Yes, mate.
Okay.
Defo. All right. So Pereira's going.
Yep.
Romero's going.
Yep.
Smalling's going to Roma again.
Yep.
Because Roma yesterday, I think, sold one of their players for about 5 million. So they've freed up some funds.
Okay.
Juan Mata, he'll want more game time. He'll be off to Besiktas probably.
Really?
And yeah, I reckon so. Phil Jones ain't going anywhere because he's just going to be injured again. So he won't. He's not going to pass a medical. And let's think who else. Jesse Blingard, I think. Sadly, mate, I know that we rated him a 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
1 point for each goal he scored at the end of the season. He's staying put just because
I think so. And
people like it. Apparently, they like him in the dressing room. Whatever he does to his teammates in the dressing room, I don't know, but he keeps them happy.
a bit of slap and tickle, probably. But
There we
yeah,
go.
I think with the Lingard situation, I think the natural place he would have gone would have been Everton, if I'm honest. But I believe
Yeah.
they're just about to sign Rodriguez from Madrid.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
Old James
yeah.
James Rodriguez.
What? Yeah.
Ham is Rodriguez?
Yeah.
No, mate. Ham is the tits.
But yeah, because I think Everton have picked him up for about 20 million, which is a steal if he can find his form of several seasons back.
Yeah.
So I think basically I think Lingard could have moved to Everton, but obviously
But
yeah,
they've got a version. They've already got version 2 of Walcott and a
yeah, true,
version 3 of Iwobi and a
yeah.
version 4 of Moise Keane. So fucking hell, Jay Lings has been throwing clones of himself out across Everton.
He's been shagging up the West Coast, and he
Fucking hell.
bloody hell. But yeah, no, fair enough on that. Myself, I think yeah, I think Lingard would have gone by now if he was going.
Yeah.
Mata, yeah, he will want, as you say, more game time.
Yeah.
I personally think he'll end up somewhere like China.
Right, but I don't think he wants like a full dose of. Actually, I'm not going to say that because I don't want to get in trouble. So, shitty beef. Fucking hell. Bit my tongue just in case.
Yeah,
So, listen, I don't think it'll go that far east. I did stop at Besiktas
right. Okay, fair play.
because it's closer to home.
Yeah, because
So,
I swear I read the other day that is it Galatasaray want Fred? Was it Galatasaray?
yeah, they want him on loan or something.
Yeah,
But
I don't
I
think.
think Fred actually liked that post as well. He gave it a like.
Yeah, I think
But
that isn't the right move for the lad at the moment, solely because of his age.
yeah, he's 27.
Yeah, you look at was it Wesley Schneider? He moved to Turkey in his early 30s, didn't he?
Wow,
Argo.
spicy.
But
Baked beans. Normally make you fart, but in this case, they had enough time to go down my intestinal path.
It's only coming up. Oh, hang on, what's going on?
So,
Just pressed the button.
don't know, mate.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Phil Jones, he's just not going to stay fit for anybody to even consider buying him or loaning him at that. But
No, mate.
I think, yeah, Romero will go,
Yeah.
as we discussed the other day. In regards to loans, I think it's time for some of the youth to just go out on loan for a season, do what Chong did,
Yes.
because
Yeah.
let's,
So we've got Garner and Levitt.
yeah, and who's the other bloke? Okay.
Which
The
one?
midfielder.
Galbraith, maybe?
That's it.
Ethan Galbraith.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think they definitely need to, championship maybe.
yeah, that'd be a good like learning platform as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think League One's too low
Yeah,
for those, especially those three.
yeah.
Or they can go to Germany or somewhere like that.
Well,
So
that's
that'll work out well for them.
it. You'll be finding that United will be flooding Germany with all their youth soon.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so who do you think? I know this is a bit of a weird question in a sick kind of way. Who do you think will get injured this season?
Uh, well, technically, we can't include Sir Jones because he actually is injured right now. So he's already leading the race.
Yeah,
Now, I hope Axel Twanzebe will not get injured. I think it's a bit
sorry,
like
you cut
Wes
out,
Brown
mate.
when he came
You
on
still
the
there?
scene. He did himself in, but then he turned into an important squad player and he did very well. But I'm hoping Twanzebe's not going to have big injuries. Fucking hell, I forgot to talk about Dalot. Dalot's out the window. But Dalot, if he stays, again, he'll do his like big toe in or something and be out for half the season. Shit. Sorry, I beg your pardon, mate. I forgot to tickle the screen and I'd cut out.
You still there?
Yeah, mate. I was accidentally. I forgot to tickle the screen and I went on standby.
Okay. Well, we have
So yeah, I'm back. So
a good
basically, I
30
was
seconds
saying
of quiet.
we forgot about Dalot. Dalot will go out the window, and if he stays, he'll do his big toe in, and then he'll just miss the season or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
So
I think
and
Rashford needs to be careful because obviously he did his back in, didn't he? And
yeah, he did.
um,
And I think Pogba as well. Pogba will
yeah,
probably hurt himself.
at some point, probably swallow a oh, what's the bloody word I'm looking for?
Shin
Oh, that's
pad.
it. Is swallow an antibiotic wrong for the coronavirus or something.
Pepperami white boy.
Jesus Christ. Bloody hell. So,
My cheese. Swallow a cheese string. Sorry. I'm deviating again.
and
Oh, bad habits.
so, who do you think will get player of the season?
I think that it will probably be Bruno. Bruno, mate.
Okay. Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
I think, unless,
What about you, mate?
yeah, I think Bruno will definitely pick it up solely because of what he did in the last 6 months. Yeah. Whop, 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 whop. Yeah.
Do a bit
And
of dubstep there, mate.
yeah, I think
Dub belt.
the new boy as well, potentially, he might surprise us because he's done well for Ajax.
Yeah.
Um,
Van der Baker cake.
Baker cake, yeah. Burke. But yeah, I think, and hopefully, I think Mason might be in for a shout of Player of the Year. But again, it all depends on, he's still only 18.
Yeah.
He's still got to mature as a footballer. So hopefully, he won't go the route of Lingard and just masturbate over social media every day.
Yeah, I know. In his own clothing line.
Yeah, so which
Bloody
brings
hell.
me on to my next question. Who's going to get the most social media
Yeah.
hate or love?
Okay, I think it's going to be, when it comes to hate,
Yep.
it's going to be Jesse. So I
Yep.
can't see him walking out the door.
No.
And then love, I think it's going to be Rashford, just
Okay.
because he's achieved so much off the pitch, and
Yep.
again today he's achieved some other huge task force
Definitely.
thing
Yeah.
by unifying food companies. So even if he just goes, say, 6 matches without scoring,
Yep.
scores a worldie, and at the same time he'll be providing assists because the chemistry with Tony is just
Yep.
brilliant,
Definitely.
record breaking. So I think people will pardon him, but at the same time they'll be giving him loads of praise.
Yeah.
So, oh mate, I tasted a bit of garlic there.
Lovely. Tasty. But yeah, no,
Tangy.
I think definitely the hate will be towards Lingard.
Yeah,
Probably not for the first couple of games, solely because people are still getting over the fact
because
that
he
he
won't
scored
get
2 goals. Yeah,
he won't get in the starting lineup
yeah, but no, this
or
is
in the
it.
bench.
I think just for shits and giggles, there will be some stuff on there about Phil Jones, but that's just,
Yeah.
we could go on forever about Phil Jones. He is the gift that keeps on giving. Um,
Oh,
whether it be
mate, we need to do some serious banter episodes about Sir Jones. He deserves it,
a,
mate.
we'll
He
try.
has a place in my heart. Put it that
Yeah.
way.
Well, I think we need to try and contact his people so we can have a conversation with him, because that would be amazing. I think because he
Oh, mate.
right. Let's go off on a tangent here. He's a sort of person, right? Who because I thought we were going to be getting rid of him because did you read the article in one of the papers about his car? He's got one of
I
these
don't think I did.
Porsche 4x4 things.
Oh, sorry, mate. Quack.
He brought it in white, yeah,
Yeah.
and then he had it wrapped in
Okay.
yellow vinyl.
Oh,
Who
what the fuck?
who does that? Just buy a yellow car. If you want it yellow, buy a yellow car, not a white one to then have it wrapped in yellow.
Fucking hell. Does he wear his bloody marigolds as well while he's driving his car?
But honestly, I was just like, what's going on? But that really explained everything we need to know about Phil Jones.
The pink boots, mate. It's the fucking pink boots.
And the shit down the front.
Oh, mate. Yeah, like the last episode, the old background loop had to be dedicated to the shit down the shirt.
We should dedicate that background to Sir Jones at least once a month.
Yes.
I think that's
Oh, mate.
we're on to something
Yes, mate. A
special.
special appearance.
Okay, so going back to our quick fire questions, that isn't so quick, but is what it is. What do you think the general fan opinion will be of Ollie over the next 10 to 12 months?
I think it's going to be positive just
Yeah.
because he's done well with the psychological fix of the squad.
Yep.
And off the pitch, you can see that he's ticking the right boxes.
Yep.
So his media handling's improved a lot. I think his press conferences, before he was smiling too much,
Yes.
and now he's smiling just at the right moments.
Yep.
And
Okay.
not only just about his smiles, I think we've seen like an edgier side in him.
Yes.
If he has to bollock someone, he'll bollock them. We saw
Yep.
that with Jesse.
Yep.
Earlier in the year, pre-lockdown, Jesse was pissing about. He says, "If you lose the fucking ball again, mate, you're coming off."
Exactly.
What did Jesse do? Fucking lost the ball, and he was off the pitch.
Exactly.
So
He follows through
yeah,
with
so I think
what he means, and I think that's you can't beat a good follow through, can you?
exactly you cannot indeed. So I
Yeah.
reckon if Ollie finishes in a Champions League spot next
Yep.
season, then he'll still be given patience and time.
Yeah, I think
because he's got a youngish squad,
Yep.
and so I think he's going to be all right.
Yeah, I've got a bit of a theory.
Yeah,
So let me know what you think. When he first took on the job,
yeah.
he had a lot of praise and a lot of hate. It was a bit of a mixture.
But,
But I noticed
yeah,
that the older fan, people in our age category and above, were the ones that were
That's
being
right.
very were praising him, saying we've got to give him time, we've got to let him, do what he needs to do because we know
Yeah,
what
yeah,
he was about. And I don't know about you, but I noticed that younger fans who might not necessarily realise what Ollie's about were the ones that were
that's
like,
right.
"No, we need him gone," you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think if he can turn those that criticism into praise, um, I think we will get a lot of love. But he definitely needs some silverware this season at some point.
Defo. And I don't want people to say that Arteta is a better manager.
And you
I'm
gone again,
sorry.
mate.
Arteta got a fluke in the FA Cup.
Did you forget to tickle the screen again? Yep. Yep. Yes.
FA Cup. And
Yes.
also we got a fluke win over the Scousers, who might be coming to the end of their cycle. So, yeah, we've got to prove that with a bit of silverware,
Exactly.
it will symbolise progress.
Definitely. And I think with talking about Liverpool, I think Klopp has got a whole. If he wants to challenge again this season, and I'm going to go out there and say it, I don't think they will. I don't think
Yeah.
they're going to win the Premier League this season. Not saying that last season was a fluke because it wasn't. The season before was a
No,
fluke
no.
for them. But I think he needs to keep hold of the core of his squad. But I
That's
know
right.
that Barcelona are after a couple of their players. So we will have to wait and see what happens with that. But it doesn't really bother us because we're not really here to talk about Liverpool. But it is what it is.
That's right. Now, matey, what if we split this show into two parts
Yep.
for two motives? One is getting late over in my part of the world,
Yep.
and two, I think the fucking recording's fucked up. So
Okay.
it says we're only on minute 1 and 20 something seconds. So I
Right.
do apologise.
Okay. So do we think that it's saved it into three parts?
I have no idea, mate. I am shitting myself right now.
Okay. All right. Well. All right. Then we'll let you
So
close
I
that
don't
here.
know. Yeah. So apologies to any people that would have been listening. All right. And if you want to give us a like just out of sympathy, then you're welcome to.
Yeah. Definitely.
So in 3 videos we haven't had a single comment. So maybe there's a chance that you'll get a freebie, which could be a free fart in the next recording if you give us a comment. All right.
Yeah.
And hit the bell if you're belling like us. All right, mate.
Definitely.
So
Okie dokie. I think.
let's let's wrap it up. All right.
Yeah. All right then. Over and out.
Over and out. See you later, chronic masturbators.